at Mercy University and majoring in secondary education with a minor in mathematics. Up next is Nick Phillips. Nick began his baseball career with the Warminster Warriors. Nick will be going to the University of Pittsburgh and majoring in finance. Up next is Jack McDermott. Jack began his baseball career with the Pennsbury Athletic Association. Jack will be continuing his baseball career at Amherst College. Up next is Hunter Finley. Hunter started his baseball career with the Croydon Little League. Hunter will be going to Duquesne University and majoring in business. Up next is Shane Turpin. Shane started his baseball career at Crispin Gardens. Shane will be attending Temple University and majoring in electrical engineering. Up next we have Zach Van Arsdale. Zach started his baseball career with the Upper Makefield Little League. Zach is going to Syracuse University and studying sports analytics. Our last senior, Carlos Rodriguez. Carlos started his baseball career at Torresdale Boys Club. Carlos is attending Penn State University. Congratulations to all the Holy Ghost Prep seniors and their parents. Seniors, please stay out by the mound for a quick picture. Game will get started shortly.
Well, hello everybody, a pleasant good afternoon. We hope that you enjoyed the Senior Day introductions here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. David Chapansky with you here for more pregame live action. First pitch is scheduled for around 12 o'clock, but as we know, things don't always get either on time. It may be early, it may be later, but the senior introductions were just completed. We'll talk about the seniors a little bit later today. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Temperatures are set to be in the mid-70s today. It's a beautiful sunny afternoon as the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds get ready to take on the visiting St. Joe's Prep Hawks. Here are the starting lineups first for the visitors, and again, we'll go over them too on the main broadcast. Well, the broadcast once the game gets started, but just here on pregame, it's Donovan, King, Sullivan, Finizzo, Pazzi, Doherty, Cuthbertson, McGinnis, and Davies for St. Joe's. For the Firebirds, it is McDermott, Acosta, McCord, McGuigan, Van Arsdale, Phillips, Rodriguez, Amati, and Zach Newsham-Quinn will be the DH. So 2 good teams getting ready to go after it. The Firebirds are going to try to snap their 4-game losing streak as they come into this game with a record of 9-7. St. Joe's Prep, they come into this game with a record of 13-4. They are also 9-2 away from their home field. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the seniors and also about players to look forward to in today's matchup versus St. Joe's Prep. Stay tuned for much more right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Welcome back here on Firebirds Pregame Live. As we get you set up, you're looking live right now as the Firebirds finishing up their warm-ups. This game is scheduled to begin at 12 o'clock. Again, it may start a little earlier or later. Today is senior day here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus, and we're also winding down on the regular season after this. There's one more game of the regular season, and that's on Wednesday afternoon. We'll also cover that game for you, but first we got to get through this tough matchup against St. Joe's Prep. Again, St. Joe's comes to this game with a record of 13-4. They are 9-2 away from their home stadium, so it should be interesting to see how they play here on the road. The starters for both teams, first for St. Joe's. Let me see if I could fully get my paper. Here it is as it blows a little bit in the wind. It's Joe McGinnis who will start for St. Joe's Prep. So far this season, he has a 1.68 ERA. He's pitched an 8 1/3, giving up 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them were earned. He's also walked 10 batters and has struck out 11. For the Firebirds, it will be Matt Long, who has been their ace throughout the entire season, and we'll excited to see if he can continue his dominance today against St. Joe's Prep. Once again, it's senior day here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. Congratulations to all the seniors, and there are a good amount of seniors in the starting lineup today for Coach Alinsky, including Jack McDermott. They're clapping for something here. Jack McDermott, Gavin McGuigan, Van Arsdale, Phillips, Rodriguez, and Newsham-Quinn, all seniors that get the nod in the starting lineup today for the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. It should be a good one today. Firebirds going to try to snap their 4-game losing streak. They'll send the ace to the hill and Matt Long to battle the St. Joe's Prep Hawks, and we'll have the action for you when we come back. Stay tuned. Welcome back here on Firebirds Pregame Live. Let's take a look how both teams have fared over their past couple games. We already talked about the Firebirds' 4-game losing streak. We'll talk more about that and the main reason why they've had a losing streak. First, for St. Joe's, in the last 5 games, they are 3-2. Their last game was a victory against Cardinal O'Hara. Now, they are also scheduled to play Devon Prep, which will be on their last game of the season on the 17th. Their 4-3 win against Cardinal O'Hara came on the 14th. They also won against Roman Catholic on the 12th. That final score was 6-1. Prior to that, they lost to Newman Goretti 5-2. And then if you go back 4 games ago, St. Joe's Prep took on Father Judge and crushed them by a final score of 11-1. For the Firebirds, their last couple games have not been so pretty, including a loss to Devon Prep, a win against Cardinal O'Hara, win against Roman Catholic, but then back-to-back losses, one against Newman Goretti and one against Father Judge. They're going to try to snap their 4-game losing streak. They're 2-4 in their last 6 games. We'll see if they could do that. Big guys that we're going to be looking out for today is Jack McDermott. Of course, it's senior day. He has been one of the stars of this lineup. Jack is an extra base hitting machine. He had an extra base hit, a big RBI in the last game. The last game that we covered, the home game the other day, so it should be interesting to see how he fares in this one as well. We'll also watch Tyler McCord, who comes into this game with a batting average just above 425. Looks like we'll have first pitch here in just a moment, but it's now time for today's ceremonial first pitch. Let's head out to the mound. When we come back, we will have the first pitch for you. We're scheduled to be started probably a little bit earlier here. It looks like we're moving ahead of things on this Saturday afternoon. It's been a pleasure to bring to you pregame live. I hope that you enjoy this one. Coming up next, I'll have the call for you when we come back right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The live chat is also active, so get involved. We'll be right back.
Pitch with Michael Hagley. Michael Hagley, everybody.
Good afternoon, everybody. David Shapansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds here on the first base line. Let's see if I cannot get hit with a ball in the thigh today by Nick Henn on a pickoff attempt, but we'll see what happens. Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds taking on the visiting St. Joe's Hawks as we get ready for this matchup. Matt Long on the hill for the Firebirds here on this Saturday afternoon. First pitch is at 12 o'clock. We're moving a little bit ahead of schedule here. The Hawks come into this game with a record of 13-4 overall. The Firebirds come into this game with a record of 9-7. They were 9-3 prior to the 4-game losing streak with a majority on the road. They'll try to snap that today. The last game was a loss against Malvern Prep and D1 commit Penn Stater Lonnie White. So as we get ready for things, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Hawks. It goes Donovan, who's the right fielder. Jimmy King will bat second. He's the shortstop. Sullivan will bat third. He's the center fielder. Finizo is the catcher. He'll be behind the dish. Pazzi is the second baseman. He'll bat fifth. Doherty is the first baseman. He'll bat sixth, followed by Cuthbertson. He's the left fielder. McGinnis is the pitcher and also the DH for today's action. He'll bat eighth. And Davies will be the third baseman, and he'll bat ninth for St. Joe's, managed by Coach Anthony Vellucci. Matt Long just about finishing up things here on the mound. He's been the ace of the year for the Firebirds. They've called on him, and he's done a very good job this season. In fact, Matt has averaged 5 innings of 1-run baseball. His ERA is just slightly above 1 as we get ready for things here on the Firebirds campus. It's Senior Day, celebrating all the seniors today. Congratulations to them as well with their photos, of course, as we always do here on the campus, alongside either the dugouts or fences like we did with lacrosse last week. 2 more regular seasons games left on the season for the Firebirds. This one against St. Joe's, and on Wednesday we'll also have the coverage for you on that one. I believe 4 o'clock, Matt, Wednesday? 4? Yeah, 4 o'clock. Not 3:45. That's lacrosse most of the time. Those are 3:45 starts.
Leading off for St. Joe Prep, number 4, Kyle Donovan.
Here's Kyle Donovan, who will lead things off against Matt Long today. Donovan on the season so far hitting .357. For St. Joe's. He's the right fielder. In a moment, when we get some time, I'll take you through the defensive alignment for the Firebirds. Matt Long, the right-hander on the hill against Donovan. And we're about set for a first pitch right on time at 11:58. The right-hander delivers, and the first pitch of the afternoon misses low and outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Mr. Abramson on the PA today, taking over my job from lacrosse. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. It's a ball and a strike. We'll see if we can trust the scoreboard today, too. Be a good way to start it. Quick defensive alignment for the Firebirds. Rodriguez behind the dish, catching from Matt Long. Got the infield after this 1-1 pitch swung on and hit in the air down the first baseline. It head towards the cars. And it does hit off a car, but I don't hear the broken windshield, so everybody's good. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Across the infield, it's McCord, McDermott, Van Arsdale, and McGuigan left to right. And left to right in the outfield, it's Amati, Phillips, and Acosta. The 1-2 pitch misses in the dirt. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Donovan with 52 plate appearances on the season, 36 total at-bats, of course, not including walks. 36 at-bats, 11 hits, 7 RBIs. Ball swung on first base line once again, and it hits off a car for the second time. Different car this time. Got to be careful down here. The fence, the cutout, well, not great. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So long as Nick doesn't get on the hill today, nobody will be hit in the thigh. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch is swung on, and once again, hit down the right field line. It's slicing away from Acosta, and it goes to the parking lot again. At this pace, there's going to be a bunch of cars with dents at the end of this game. A little bit late there is Donovan. Kyle Donovan listed as a junior. The 2-2. Called strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. A beautiful pitch by Matt Long. And that's the way the day will get started, as there's 1 away here in the top of the first. They'll bring up Jimmy King. He's the shortstop for St. Joe's Prep. King so far on the season hitting .429 with 15 RBIs, a double and a triple in 56 at-bats. There's a strike by Long. It's no balls and a strike. Matt Long, a senior himself, gets the start here on Senior Day. 1 out here in the top of the first. Holy Ghost Prep taking on St. Joe's. The 0-1 pitch. is in the dirt, 1-1. Beautiful crowd on tap as well today. Good crowd as the papers are beginning to blow here on my side. Thanks, Matt. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Matt Long facing Jimmy King, the shortstop. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, it's 2 balls and a strike. 1 out here in the top of the first. Matt Long has been so good this year with control, especially early on in games. See if he can continue it today. The 2-1 misses. It's now 3 balls and a strike to the 2-hole hitter for St. Joe's. It's Jimmy King. On deck is Sullivan. The 3-1 pitch. It's outside, ball 4, walked him. So Jimmy King draws a 1-out walk for St. Joe's. And I'll bring up the 3-hole hitter.
For the Hawks, number 5, Danny Sullivan.
Danny Sullivan steps into the batter's box for St. Joe's. Sullivan so far this season hitting .357. He has 17 RBIs. He also has a home run to his name. Firebirds trying to snap their 4-game losing streak and get to their 10th win overall in the season. First pitch to Sullivan is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. First pitch strike's going to be very important in this one, well, really for both pitchers. See if Matt can continue the pace. No balls and a strike with King over there at first. Swung on and hit in the air out to right field. Isaac Acosta is running for it, and it's a fair ball. It does jump over the fence, though. So it'll be a ground rule double as Sullivan pulls into second with a double. So moving up to third will be Jimmy King, and there's now runners on second and third with an out for the cleanup hitter, Finizzo.
Now batting for the Hawks, number 24, Jude Finizio.
Finizio on the season so far as the papers are blowing around. Let's see if I can find his name. Here it is. According to this, okay, that's the wrong thing. He has a .400 batting average coming into this one. Runners on second and third for St. Joe's. Pitch is in the dirt, and apparently it got a piece of the foot of Finizzo, so now the bases are loaded for St. Joe's with 1 out here in the top of the first. Not what Matt Long wanted to do there on the first pitch. So the courtesy runner that will come in is Noah Bencheski. Takes over at first base as the pinch runner. Dante Pazzi will now step up. He's a second baseman for St. Joe's Prep today. Pazzi on the season hitting .292 with 4 doubles, no home runs, and 14 RBIs and 48 at-bats. Runner at third is King. Runner at second is Sullivan. Runner at first is Bencheski. First pitch from Matt Long is a little bit low. It's 1-0. According to this, St. Joe's Prep, they like to score their runs early. They've done most of their scoring in the first 3 innings, especially in inning number 3. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air down the first baseline. It heads towards the gym roof, and it does indeed hit off the gym roof. It's now a ball and a strike. St. Joe's is a team batting .329 on the season with a .441 on base percentage, according to Max Preps. Matt Long comes set, and the 1-1 pitch is way upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. As that ball even got past the catcher, Rodriguez. DeMario, who's been starting recently for Finlay, is on the bench today as a senior Rodriguez gets the start. So we're going to have a mound visit here as Coach Olinsky will come out and take a walk out to the mound. He'll also call the infield in. So while Coach Olinsky takes a quick mound visit, so will we on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Nothing game here in the top of the first. Welcome back here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. David Shapansky with you here. The bases are loaded for St. Joe's Prep. Matt Long on the hill for the Firebirds. One out here in the top of the first. It's 2-1 count to Pazzi, the 5-hole hitter, the second baseman for St. Joe's. And the 2-1 is a fastball that misses high and inside. It's now 3 balls and a strike. Donovan, the leadoff hitter, struck out, followed by a walk by King, a double down the right field line, a ground rule double by Sullivan. Finizzo was hit by a pitch. Bencheski pinch runs at first. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and hit on the ground, and it's going to get through the hole on the left side. 1 run is in to score. Here comes Sullivan around third. He will score. Going to third as Bencheski is caught in a rundown. They will tag out Bencheski heading to third. The throw back to first as McGuigan caught it to stop it from advancing past close to the fence, but not moving up, is Pazzi. So Pazzi does have himself an RBI, has himself 2 RBIs, but Bencheski is thrown out after getting in a pickle at third base. So there's 2 outs. It is a 2-0 St. Joe's lead. They'll bring up Doherty, and the first pitch is a little bit upstairs. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Also taking second is Dante Pazzi. So it's 1 ball and no strikes. The batter is Kieran Doherty. Doherty this season hitting .244 with 7 RBIs. Matt Long trying to stop the damage at 2. He comes set. The 1-0 pitch is inside. It's 2-0. Two balls and no strikes to count to the 6-hole hitter. It's the first baseman, Doherty. The runner at second is Pazzi. He has 2 RBIs today. 2 RBI single through the left side. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Long comes set, and his pitch. Hit him. So Doherty will walk down to first. That one had to hurt. You heard that one. Hit near the rib area. Doherty will head down to first base. So now there's runners on first and second for Cuthbertson. The senior, Ryan Cuthbertson, on the season, according to this sheet here, I'm trying to find my normal sheet, but it does show here that he's hitting .352. Runners on first and second. Runner at second is Pazzi. Runner at first is Doherty. 2 outs and the pitch. Upstairs, it's 1-0. Cuthbertson, the batter. Matt Long just missing high majority of his pitches. 2 outs here in the top of the first. 2-0 lead for St. Joe's. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. The pitch. Upstairs, it's 2-0. Goal is to get to 630 subscribers, Matt. I think that's a fair goal for this stream. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Matt Long on the hill for the Firebirds. 2-0 St. Joe's after a 2 RBI single by Dante Pazzi. Long comes set, and the right-hander delivers, and it misses again high. It's now 3-0. And now looks like the bullpen may begin to stir on the Holy Ghost Prep side, as it looks like Reese Accord is grabbing a ball with Zach DeMario, and now there will be bullpen action for Holy Ghost here in the top of the first. Not what Coach Olinsky wanted to exactly do, and the 3-0 pitch misses high and in, and now the bases are loaded for St. Joe's. For the 8-hole hitter, it's also the pitcher, McGinnis. Heading up the second is Doherty. Pazzi will take third. Joe McGinnis, the batter. The pitcher, will, apparently also the DH will take over after this. And the pitcher is upstairs. It's 1-0. And now Matt Long has missed on 7 straight pitches, including the hit by pitch to Doherty. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases are full, Hawks, here in the top of the first. They lead 2-0. Matt Long trying to work out a trouble. And now the umpire is standing in front of the mound, and who knows what's happening. As it looks like maybe Matt Long hurt himself on something there, because the umpire seemed like he signaled that Matt Long was grabbing his arm, and that's what it seems to be. So there may be an injury delay. Here's what I appear it will be. Now, it's not the second mound visit, because then Matt Long would have to be taken out of this game automatically. Again, Reese Accord, the lefty, is warming up in the pen for the Firebirds. Matt Long looks like maybe he'll throw on the mound here 1 or 2. His command has not been there, not like usual. It's missed high and mainly inside. Bases are full, Hawks here in the top of the first. It's a 2-0 lead for St. Joe's. The runner at third is Dante Pazzi, is the 2 RBI single. The runner at second is Doherty, and the runner at first is Cuthbertson. The batter is McGinnis, who's also the pitcher for St. Joe's. And the 2-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 2-1. St. Joe's again overall comes to this game with a record of 13-4. Firebirds 9-7. The pitch swung on and hit on the ground over to third. Tyler McCord has it, and apparently he did catch it on the fly. So Matt Long stops the damage here in the top of the first. The Hawks do score 2 runs, only on 2 hits, and they leave the bases loaded. We'll head to the bottom of the first. St. Joe's 2, Holy Ghost Prep coming up. Welcome back here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. Firebirds trail St. Joe's by a score of 2-0. Joe McGinnis, the pitcher for St. Joe's, has a 1.68 ERA on the season. He's pitched in 8 1/3 innings, giving up 7 hits, 3 runs. 2 of them were earned. He's walked 10 batters, which is the big number on the stat line. He also struck out 11 batters. So the command may be a little bit of an issue. Not too many hits, though. Only 7 through 8 1/3. Does have a nice ERA, though, of 1.68. So the Firebirds starting lineup as they'll try to respond to St. Joe's early scoring of 2 runs. Jack McDermott will lead off for the Firebirds. He's the shortstop, followed by Acosta. He's the right fielder. McCord will bat third. He's the third baseman who just made a nice catch down there to end the top of the first. Gavin McGuigan is the first baseman. He'll be the cleanup hitter, followed by Zach Van Arsdale, the second baseman. Nick Phillips, the center fielder. He'll bat sixth. Carlos Rodriguez is doing the catching for Matt Long. He'll bat 7th. Joe Amati is the left fielder. He'll bat 8th. And batting 9th for Coach Olinsky's Firebirds is the DH, Zach Newsham Quinn. Again, it's McDermott, Acosta, McCord, McGuigan, Van Arsdale, Phillips, Rodriguez, Amati, Newsham Quinn, as they'll try to respond to the Hawks putting up 2 runs in the top of the first. As Jack McDermott, who is without a doubt the best hitter in this lineup for the Firebirds, moves up. He was in the 2-hole, then was in the 3-hole, and now he steps up to the leadoff spot today for Holy Ghost. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the visiting Hawks. Doing the catching for McGinnis, it's Finizzo. Left to right on the infield is Davis. Let's see if we have some time for this. King, Pazzi, and the first baseman is Doherty. First pitch of the day misses. It's a ball and a strike. Left to right in the outfield, it's Cuthbertson, Sullivan, and Donovan, who's the right fielder for St. Joe's. Jack McDermott, the batter against McGuinness. Pitching from the stretch is McGuinness, and it misses outside. It's 2-0. Two balls and no strike. The count. McGinnis comes set, and his 2-0 pitch swung on and fouled back to the cage. Big hack there on a high fastball. It's now 2 balls and a strike. Jack is already committed to Amherst to play college baseball. 2 balls and 1 strike. McGinnis, the starter, pitching from the stretch for St. Joe's. The 2-1 is in the dirt. It's 3 balls and a strike. Again, something to watch is a very good ERA, so not many hits off of McGinnis, but the walks and command is an issue for the right-hander. St. Joe's leads 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Big 2 RBI single by Dante Pazzi. The 3-1 misses outside. Went off speed. Ball 4. So bring up Isaac Acosta, the sophomore right fielder, who will bat second.
Isaac Acosta.
St. Joe's as a team has an earned run average of 2.74, which is one of the best in their league. Again, St. Joe's is 9-2 on the road. One ball, or the first pitch, is swung on, hit down the first base line. Watch out, line drive. It hits off the cage, foul. It's no balls and a strike. No balls and a strike. That ball was ripped. Ball was ripped by Isaac Acosta, who was waiting on that one from McGinnis. First pitch fastball. Runner at first is Jack McDermott. No balls and a strike. The pitch, McDermott heads for second. The throw down by Doherty is not in time, as McDermott steals second. By the way, I do want to correct myself there. Finizzo is the catcher today for St. Joe's, not Doherty. No balls and 2 strikes to count to Isaac Acosta. The runner at second is Jack McDermott. There's nobody out here in the first. The 0-2. Did he go? He did, according to the umpire. And that'll be a swinging strikeout. First victim of the day for McGinnis, and there's one away here in the bottom of the first. They'll bring up Tyler McCord, the junior, who has the second highest batting average on the team. One out here in the bottom of the first. Firebirds at least going to try to cut the deficit here as they trail 2-0 to St. Joe's. And now McGinnis is not on the same page with Finizzo. So Finizzo will head out to the mound and have a quick conversation. Here it is a beautiful Saturday afternoon, but so far we've seen some weird things here on the Saturday. It's been a little off pace. Very good crowd, though, on tap for Senior Day and also St. Joe's. Both teams travel well. 2 balls. We're sorry, 2-0 lead, and the pitch is a little bit low. It's 1-0 to Tyler McCord. One out here in the bottom of the first. Hawks come into this game with a record of 13-4. Firebirds trying to snap their 4-game losing streak as they come into this game with a record of 9-7. Firebirds do have bullpen action, and the pitch is in there for a strike. Finizzo, you can really see him frame it from here, but according, it's a strike to the home plate umpire. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at second is Jack McDermott. He reached via the walk to lead off the inning, and the pitch is in the dirt. It's now 2 balls and a strike to Tyler McCord. Isaac Acosta batted second. He struck out. Two balls and a strike. The count to Tyler McCord. McGinnis, the right-hander, comes set, and his pitch is in there for a strike. It's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes, the count. Tyler not liking the strike zone. McGinnis comes set, and his 2-2 pitch is in the dirt. It's a ball. McDermott was caught in between, but Finizzo couldn't corral it, so McDermott will head down to third. And now the Firebirds have a chance with less than 2 outs to bring in McDermott with good contact. McCord is the batter, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. McGinnis has already walked 1 batter today. He comes set, and his 3-2 offering to McCord is swung on and chopped foul off the end of the bat down the third base line. It remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. McGinnis comes set, and his 3-2 pitch to Tyler. Swung on and hit down the third base line. It's a fair ball. Coming in to score is McDermott. The left fielder is over to get it. Coming into second is Tyler McCord. He'll get in there standing, and it's an RBI double for Tyler McCord, who cuts the deficit to 1. It's now a 2-1 ball game. Really good piece of hitting there by Tyler. Keeps it fair down the left field line as it got past the third baseman, Davis, and it went all the way down the line. The left fielder does get it in, but not in time to get Tyler McCord, who pulls into second base standing. They'll bring up Gavin McGuigan, the senior, the first baseman, and now the Firebirds, with a base hit, can get Tyler in from second with good speed. That ball is hit in the air down the first baseline, another one, and it heads towards the car, and it just misses the taillight, and it bounces above. It's 2 balls and a strike. Not only can you commentate the baseball game, you can commentate how close the balls get to the cars in the parking lot. You don't even have to be at the field. McGinnis comes set. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and chopped on the ground over to short. The shortstop, King, is up with it. He bobbled it, though, and running down to first, being safe, is McGuigan, as he'll reach on the E6. by Jimmy King. So now the Firebirds have runners on the corners with only one out, and that will bring up Zach Van Arsdale.
Number 15, Zach Van Arsdale.
Van Arsdale can come up with a big hit here and at least try to tie this game up, maybe do more damage against St. Joe's. 2-1 lead for the Hawks, who made Matt Long work in the first inning. A big 2 RBI single to the left side, to left field by Pazzi. McGinnis in some trouble here. 2-1 game, and the first pitch misses high and outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. And Arsdale, the second baseman today for Coach Zielinski. Again, the Firebirds do have bullpen action. I believe that is Reese Accord who warms up. McGinnis comes set. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and hit on the ground. Up the middle into center field, a base hit. Coming in to score is McCord. Stopping at second is McGuigan. And Zach Van Arsdale delivers the hit up the middle to tie the game. It's now a 2-2 game. It's a very good way to respond for Coach Zielinski's Firebirds. Down early, 2-0 to St. Joe's. They made Matt Long work. And the Firebirds take back some of that momentum they lost there in the top of the first. Nick Phillips is now the batter. He's the center fielder. McGinnis comes set. He misses way high. And it gets past the catcher Finizo, but McGuigan does not advance. If McGuigan did go, Van Arsdale was going to follow. 1 ball, no strikes the count. McGinnis doing the pitching for St. Joe. So far he's allowed 2 runs. The 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, it's 2-0. St. Joe's again coming into this game with an earned run average of 2.74 according to Max Preps. And now they'll have a meeting on the mound. So St. Joe's and McGinnis gets a mound visit. We'll have a mound visit here on the YouTube channel. We'll be right back in a 2-2 game here in the bottom of the first. Welcome back here as the mound visit is over. Joe McGinnis on the mound for St. Joe's. Runners on first and second for the Firebirds. They've already scored 2 runs to tie this game after St. Joe's scored 2 in their half of the first. 2-2 game as Nick Phillips is the batter. And the first pitch to Phillips is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. That pitch is going to be called, but we'll see if it is called on the other side as well. No balls and a strike. McGinnis, the right-hander, comes set and his pitch is upstairs. It's 1 ball and a strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. I think Mr. Abramson controlling the scoreboard needs to change the score because it's not 2-1. 1 ball and a strike. The scoreboard sometimes cannot be trusted. The 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Looks like St. Joe's will have some bullpen action. Maybe Sean Prue, who heads out of the dugout and may head down towards the bullpens. It was either Prue or Nate Russell. The pitch from McGinnis is swung on and hit in the air out to center field. Getting under it is Sullivan. He calls for it. He'll make the catch. The senior McGuigan is tagging from second. He'll go to third. The throw from the cutoff is not in time. So McGuigan will move up to third. Staying at first is Van Arsdale, but the putout will be scored in F8 for Phillips. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting for the Firebirds, number
Carlos Rodriguez, the catcher, is now due up for Holy Ghost, as Rodriguez can try to get that runner home from third. Try to give the Firebirds a lead here in the first. McGinnis trying to work out a trouble for St. Joe's. He comes set. And the pitch maybe missed. Maybe it was a strike. We will not know. McGinnis comes set, and the pitch. That missed. It's either 1-1 or 2-0. Big hit in the inning by McCord and Van Arsdale to tie this game up. And the next pitch misses low and outside. Runners on the corners for the Firebirds. Carlos Rodriguez, the catcher, the batter for Holy Ghost. Another senior. McGinnis comes set, and his pitch misses high and inside. Ball 4, walked him. So Rodriguez will walk to make the bases loaded for the Firebirds. Van Arsdale heads up to second base. Now bring up Joe Amati the left fielder. Now there'll be a courtesy runner for the catcher, Rodriguez, as Zach DeMario, his fellow catcher, will also head out to run. DeMario with good speed over there at first base. This is the 8th batter to bat in the inning here against Joe McGinnis, the starter for St. Joe's. We're in a 2-2 game. Both pitchers have struggled tremendously with the command. McGinnis comes set with the bases full of Firebirds, and the first pitch misses way high. It's 1-0. It gets past Finizzo, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Beautiful Saturday afternoon, scheduled to be in the low to mid 70s. Right now, at even 70 degrees. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Bases are full of Firebirds. McGuigan at third. And the pitch is upstairs. It's 2-0. The runner at second is Van Arsdale. Carlos Rodriguez walked, and the pinch runner for him, Zach DeMario, is over there at first. McGinnis, the right-hander, comes set, and his 2-0 pitch to Amati is in there for a called strike off speed. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Reese Accorder was warming up in the bullpen, may head back up there again. Also, it is Sean Prue, the righty, who warms up for St. Joe's in the bullpen. As now Finizzo will come out and talk about the signs maybe here with McGinnis. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. You're in this 2-2 game trying to get, the goal is to get to 630 subscribers on this one. 2 more regular season home games for the Firebirds, including this one. Last one will be on Wednesday. Firebirds trying to snap their 4-game losing streak and get their 10th win of the season. McGinnis comes set. And he steps off. And McGinnis just seems to not be either on the same page with his catcher, Finizzo, or just not on the same page with maybe his coach, who may be relaying the signs. 2 balls and no strikes here in this 2-2 game here in the bottom of the first. McGinnis comes set. And now he steps off the mound again. Two balls and no strikes to count. Joe Amati, the left fielder for the Firebirds, trying to give them the lead. McGinnis comes set. His 2-0 is inside. Miss. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. Nowhere to put him. Bases are full of Firebirds. Gavin McGuigan at third base. Van Arsdale at second and Zach DeMario at first. The 3-0 pitch. Upstairs, ball 4, walked him, and the Firebirds have a lead. As McGinnis has walked back-to-back batters, Rodriguez's pinch runner DeMario moves up to second. Coming in to score is McGuigan. Van Arsdale moves up to third. It's now a 3-2 game, and the 9-hole hitter Newsham Quinn is up to bat here. And we'll see if that's it. I believe this is the second mound visit for McGinnis, so yeah, he is done. So McGinnis is off to the dugout here as he is still responsible for the 3 runners on base. St. Joe's will make a pitching change. It's a 3-2 lead for the Firebirds. The 9-hole hitter Newsham Quinn is coming up, and we'll be right back here on the YouTube channel. We'll see if the Firebirds can add on. Stay tuned to find out for much more when we come back. Welcome back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. David Shapansky with you here. The Firebirds lead the St. Joe's Prep Hawks by a score of 3-2. The new pitcher, after Joe McGinnis goes 2/3, is Sean Prue. The junior will take over. Prue so far this season has pitched in 5 innings. He's only given up 1 hit and 2 runs. None of them have been earned, though. He has walked 7 batters, but did strike out 11 as well. ERA at 0.00, as hasn't given up an earned run yet. Prue will face the 9-hole hitter with 2 outs. It'll be Zach Newsham Quinn. Zach Newsham-Quinn will take over. Well, not take over, but will bat here against Prue. 3-2 lead for the Firebirds. McDermott led off with a walk. Isaac Acosta struck out, followed by a double by Tyler McCord. McGuigan reached via an error by the shortstop. Van Arsdale singled. Phillips flied out to the center fielder. It was really a sac fly, moved him up to third. Carlos Rodriguez walked. Joe Amati walked. And going to the showers was Sean Prue, as the manager, Anthony Vellucci, pulled the string, and now Sean Prue is in the game. Sorry, exiting out of the game was McGinnis, as Prue takes over here against Newsham-Quinn. Newsham-Quinn, a pretty good hitter. And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Or so 3 balls. 3-2 is a score. The pitch from Prue. Swing and a miss by Newsham-Quinn. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 to count to the 9-hole hitter Newsham-Quinn. It's a 3-2 game. Firebirds lead here in the bottom of the first. Prue comes set, and his 0-2 is a big swing and a miss on a high fastball. So Prue comes in and strikes out Newsham-Quinn. The Firebirds score 3 runs on 2 hits. They leave the bases loaded. Also 1 error committed in the inning by the shortstop, King. We've played 1. It's a 3-2 Firebirds lead. Welcome back here. Firebirds taking on the visiting St. Joe's Prep Hawks. Got to bat is Connor Davies, the senior third baseman. 9-1-2 due up for St. Joe's. Well, I'll tell you a funny story. The other day, the Firebirds took on Malvern Prep, and I was talking about Ben Davis earlier in the stream as an alumni that went to Malvern Prep. And after we ended the stream, Ben, who Phillies color commentator, actually came up here to the booth. And we got a quick picture. It was nice to meet Ben. His kid did pinch run there in the game. Thought I'll bring that up to everybody at home. If you're wondering, I did announce there was a Davis, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I did talk about him earlier on in the game, though. Matt Long returns to doing the pitching here against Davies in the first pitch. He's outside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. David Chmansky with you here on the first base side. 3-2 lead for the Firebirds here in the top of the second. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled at the plate. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, 9-1-2 due up for St. Joe's. It'll be Davies, Donovan, and Jimmy King for the Hawks. Hawks coming in this game 13-4 overall. They are 9-2 on the road. Firebirds trying to snap their 4-game losing streak, well, be it against some of the best teams in PA, as the next pitch misses. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Malvern Prep the other day was with a record of 20-4 heading into that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Davies, the senior third baseman, the 2-2 misses in the dirt. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count. Davies so far this season has hit .233 on the season so far. He has no homers. He also has 4 RBIs on the season with 10 hits. The next pitch just misses outside. Ball 4, walked him. So Davies will walk here Not the start that Matt Long wanted here in the top of the second, as Kyle Donovan will now come up to the plate. Donovan started off the game for St. Joe's with a strikeout. He was the only strikeout victim of the day for Matt Long. Runner at first is Davies. Matt Long looks him back. Now comes from the stretch. And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Matt Long comes set. And the 0-1 pitch with nobody out here in the top of the second is in there for a strike. It's now 0-2. Got to work ahead if you're Matt Long. First inning struggled with some control problems. We'll see if he can put that behind him. 3-2 lead for the Firebirds here in the top of the second inning against St. Joe's Prep. St. Joe's with a runner on first and nobody out. Kyle Donovan, the batter, as Matt Long steps off. The 0-2 running from first is Davies, but fouling it at the plate is Donovan, so it remains 0-2, and Davies will have to head back. No balls and 2 strikes to count to the leadoff hitter for St. Joe's, Kyle Donovan. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Firebirds leading St. Joe's Prep by a score of 3-2. Matt Long, double twos, comes set. And his 0-2 pitch, again, going from first is Davies. A throw down by Rodriguez is not in time, but Kyle Donovan does strike out. His second strikeout of the game, both looking, so there's now 1 out here in the second, as that will bring up Jimmy King, the shortstop. King going to try to make up for his error, which proved out to be costly back in the bottom of the first. He walked in his first plate appearance so far today, and a good at-bat against Matt Long. First pitch is an off-speed pitch, and it's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Runner at second is Davies. He just stole second base. Donovan struck out, and now Jimmy King up to the dish here in the top of the second. 3-2 lead for Holy Ghost. Matt Long comes set, and the pitch. Hit him. So heading down to first will be Jimmy King. He's on base for the second time today.
Now batting for the Hawks, number 5. Danny Sullivan.
Bring up Danny Sullivan, the center fielder, who already has a double today. He also came around to score after that double. It was a ground rule double hit down the right field line. If it wasn't for a top over the fence, it may have been a triple. Long comes set with runners on first and second. Going for third is Davies. Rodriguez, his throw is down to third base, but it was on a hop. If it was a little bit more accurate, he may have had a chance to get Davies. So it's a double steal as King heads up to second. And Davies really initiated the steal there. It is no balls and a strike to Sullivan, the 3-0 hitter for St. Joe's, as they'll try to get the equalizer and tie this game up. Matt Long going to try to work out of some trouble here in the top of the second. He had to work out of trouble in the first as well. Both teams left the bases loaded, and the pitch swung on and fouled back off the metal cage. And it's now no balls and 2 strikes to Danny Sullivan. St. Joe's overall 13-4 in their conference, 10-2. This is a non-conference game. Matt Long comes set, the right-hander, and the 0-2 pitch to Sullivan is upstairs. It's 1-2, fastball. Runner at second is Jimmy King. He was hit by a pitch, and the runner at first is Davies. He walked to lead off the top of the second. Risa Cord continues to warm up in the Firebirds bullpen, and the 1-2 pitch swung on and chopped down the first base line, foul off the cage. It remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Sullivan today 1 for 1 overall in the season. Came into this game hitting .357 with 17 RBIs, 3 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run. Matt Long trying to wiggle out of some trouble. 2 runners in scoring position. It's a 1-2 count to the 3-0 hitter Sullivan. He's the center fielder. And the pitch. Called strike 3, an off-speed pitch. It caught the edge of the zone. And there's 2 outs here in the second.
Now batting for St. Joe Prep, number 24, Jude Finizio.
Jude Finizio is now the batter. We've heard 3 different pronunciations of his last name. As Matt Long comes set, and the pitch. is in the dirt off speed pitch. It's 1-0. Finizio is 0 for 0 today. Doesn't have an official plate appearance. He was hit by a pitch his first time. 2 outs. Long pitches from the windup. And the pitch misses inside. It's now 1 ball and a strike to Finizio, the cleanup hitter. Matt Long comes set, and the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit on the ground over to third. Tyler McCord, a good defender, is up with it. His throw, though, is offline. Coming in to score are going to be 2 runs. As being aggressive on the base paths was St. Joe's, and they'll now take a 4-3 lead. Coming in to score is Davies, and right behind him was King, who was running all the way. Tyler McCord, a usual very good fielder, was able to field it here, but did throw it a little wide of Gavin McGuigan. Bencheski is back into pinch run. So Finizio reaches on the E5. It's now a 4-3 game. Bring up Dante Pazzi, who was 1 for 1 today with a single. Long comes set, and his pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Pazzi today is 1 for 1 with a 2 RBI single to left field. Long comes set, and the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. It's 1-1. A 4-3 lead for St. Joe's here in the top of the second inning. So far an offensive battle, and the 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled back to the cage. It's now 1-2. Long now steps off as it remains a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Dante Pazzi, the second baseman for St. Joe's. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Long comes set. Bencheski runs from first, and yes, he did, as Rodriguez will tag Pazzi, and that will do it. So Pazzi goes down swinging to end the inning. St. Joe's did not have a hit in that inning, but they score 2 on the error by Tyler McCord. We head to the bottom of the second. It's a 4-3 lead for the visiting Hawks. Welcome back here on the Firebirds campus as Sean Prue will stay in to continue to do the pitching here in the bottom of the second. Prue came in to get the last out. He struck out Newsham Quinn to end the bottom of the first inning. 4-3 lead as St. Joe's scored 2 runs in the top of the second. They didn't have a hit. They scored the 2 runs on the throwing error by Tyler McCord. Be the top of the lineup, 1, 2, 3 due up for Holy Ghost as the wind picks up as McDermott, Acosta, and McCord will be the 3 batters here against Prue. See if I can corral all my papers together here. As McDermott, the shortstop, will lead it off. He walked in his first plate appearance in the top of the first. The lefty steps into the batter's box against Prue, and Prue's first pitch from the stretch is upstairs. It's 1-0. Again, Prue came in to get the last out of the bottom of the first. He struck out Newsham Quinn to end the first. Firebirds left the bases loaded. The 0-1 pitch, or the 1-0 pitch, is inside in the dirt. It's 2-0. Prue again on the season still has not given up an earned run. He's pitched in 5 innings. The 2-0 pitch to Jack. Big swing and a miss, overpowered him with the fastball. It's 2-1. Prue comes set, and his 2-1 pitch to McDermott is inside. It's 3-1. Here on senior day here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus, Jack, senior, for sure the best hitter on the team, I would say. The 3-1 pitch misses inside. It's ball 4. So Jack has walked 2 times today, still led down to first base.
Now batting for the Firebirds, number
Isaac Acosta will be the batter for Holy Ghost. He's the right fielder. Isaac today is 0 for 1. He struck out against McGinnis back in the first. I say back in the first as if it was so long ago. It was last inning. Both teams almost batted around. Firebirds are 1 batter shy of batting around St. Joe's 2 in the first. And the first pitch to Acosta is inside and high. It's 1-0. Four-3 lead for St. Joe's here in the bottom of the second inning. Sean Prue doing the pitching. And the 1-0 pitch is bunted down the third base line. Prue is off the mound to field it. He'll fire to second. He does not get McDermott, and he also does not get Acosta at first base. So McDermott is safe at second, and Acosta is safe at first as he reaches with a bunt infield base hit. Tyler McCord is now due up. McCord today is 1 for 1 with a double down the left field line. Was an RBI double for Tyler. St. Joe's not happy with the call at second base. I think both teams have had some calls that they would have liked to have gone the other way. There's a strike, I believe. Apparently it missed. It's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Prue doing the pitching for St. Joe's. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Prue comes set in the 1-0 pitch. Tyler faked the bunt. The throw back to second is in time as McDermott was too far off of second base. So Jack gets thrown out at second. There's 1 out. It is a 1-0 count to McCord. 4-3 lead. It is exciting to have a good crowd for both sides on tap in this one. Here on the Saturday afternoon matinee. Prue comes set. And the 1-0 pitch to McCord with now 1 out is high. It's 2-0. So McDermott is thrown out at second as the assist there, and the throw out was by Finizzo. The 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. It's 2-1. Acosta at first base. McCord at the dish. It's 2 ball, 1 strike count. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. The Hawks lead. Acosta runs from first with the swing and a miss. The throw down by Finizzo is not in time as it's a 2 ball, 2 strike count, but Acosta steals second.
now batting for the Firebirds, number 25.
Apparently, that was a strikeout. Okay. So McCord goes down looking for the second out of the inning. Acosta does steal second, though. Sorry, goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. Scoreboard must have been wrong there. Prue delivers the first pitch to McGuigan, and it's a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. The runner at second with good speed is Isaac Acosta. Single should tie the game. Prue comes set. And the 0-1 pitch to Gavin. Outside, it's 1-1. Little bark at the park action. Oh, cute little dog. Walking by. Bark at the park today, I guess. 1 ball, 1 strike. Prue comes set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Firebirds had a good chance to score in this inning. They're the first 2 runners on, may have caught a break. But the call with second, and they've kind of gotten themselves out of the inning. They've run themselves out of the inning. And the pitch is upstairs. McGuigan going to try to base hit in and try to tie this ball game up. Firebirds trying to snap their 4-game losing streak. Prue comes set. And the pitch to McGuigan. Swung on and hit on the ground through the right hole on the right side. Acosta is coming around third. The throw by the right fielder is not in time. Donovan came up with it, but it is now a 4-4 game as Gavin McGuigan, the cleanup hitter, does what the cleanup hitter is supposed to do and pokes one through the right side. In the score is Acosta, 4-4 game. Zach Van Arsdale is now the batter. He's the second baseman for Holy Ghost. Zach is already 1 for 1 today with an RBI single. Two outs here in the bottom of the second. 4-4 game. It's been an offensive battle so far, to say the least. Prue comes set, and his pitch is a swing and a miss. 0-1 to Van Arsdale. The 0-1 is in there for a strike. It's 0-2. McDermott walked to start the inning. He was later thrown out at second. Acosta singled. He came around to score. McCord struck out, and McGuigan singled to right field to score Acosta. Oh, no ball, 2-strike count to Van Arsdale. Sean Prue comes set, and his 0-2 pitch is swung on and fouled back. Just getting a piece of it there was Van Arsdale. It remains 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, the count. The 5-hole hitter, the second baseman, Zach Van Arsdale, the senior. The 0-2 pitch is upstairs. Fastball misses. It's 1-2. One-two as the right-hander Prue comes set, and the pitch is in the dirt, bounces in front of Finizzo. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Van Arsdale today 1 for 1 with an RBI single. Two balls, 2 strikes the count. Prue comes set, and the pitch is called strike 3. Good pitch there by Prue to end the inning. He has 2 strikeouts in the inning, but the Firebirds tie the game on 2 hits. They leave 1 runner left at first base, McGuigan. We've played 2 full innings. It's a 4-4 game between the Firebirds and the Hawks. It's a bird battle when we come back. Welcome back here. David Transky with you, the voice of the Firebirds. 4-4 game between St. Joe's Prep and the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. St. Joe's going to get things started here in the top of the third. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up for St. Joe's. Doherty, Cuthbertson, and McGinnis. But I will assume that taking over will be Prue to bat. We'll see, though, if he stays in. Again, he's up third this inning as the pitcher spot. Matt Long goes back to work in this one against Doherty. Doherty today does not have an official plate appearance as he was hit by a pitch his first time up. Long comes set, and the first pitch of the third is low. It's 1-0. Doherty came into this game hitting .244. Long comes set, and the pitch. Misses, it's 2-0. Beautiful Saturday afternoon, not too windy, sun is shining. Low 70s, and the pitch misses low. It's 3 balls and no strikes to Doherty. Matt Long walked the leadoff hitter in the second, and the 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. It's 3-1, took a little off. Doherty is the first baseman for the Hawks. The 3-1 pitch is in the dirt, ball 4. So Doherty walks. He's on base for the second time today. They'll bring up the left fielder, Cuthbertson. Ryan Cuthbertson, again, the left fielder. He was hit by a pitch, or sorry, he was not hit by a pitch. It was Doherty. He walked his first time up, did Cuthbertson. Long, the right-hander comes set. And the pitch is in the dirt. It's 1-0. What is weird is I'm not so sure that St. Joe's even has a left-handed batter in their starting lineup. Unless I'm missing somebody that is at the bottom of the lineup here. I've not seen many lefties, if one at all. Long comes set, and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and chopped down the third base line. McCord is up with it, and the throw is a good one in time to get Cuthbertson. It does work, though, as a pretty much a bunt, if you will, as moving up the second is Doherty.
Now batting for the Hawks, number 19, Joe
It's a force out. Sorry, not a force out. It's a fielder's choice. Score the put out 5-3. Again, Doherty does move up the second. And Joe McGinnis is the batter. He takes the first pitch low. It's 1-0. McGinnis started this game for St. Joe's. He only went 2/3 of an inning. Charged with 2 of the 4 runs that the Firebirds have scored. Sorry, 3 of the 4 runs. There's a strike. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the third inning. 4-4 game. Runner at second is Doherty. Cuthbertson was thrown out on a fielder's choice. Next pitch is on the outside corner, in there for a strike. It's 1-2. McGinnis in his first plate appearance lined one, but it was caught by the third baseman Tyler McCord, so he's 0 for 1. Matt Long, the right-hander, the senior on senior day, comes set, and the pitch is in the dirt. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thinking about going to third was Doherty, but he stops and goes back to second. St. Joe's coming into this game with an overall record of 13-4. They are 9-2 on the road. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, it's now full count, 3-2. Firebirds once again do have bullpen action. I'm not quite sure, though, if that is still Reese Accord warming up. The full count pitch is swung on and hit on the ground over to short. McDermott fields it on a hop. His throw to first is a beautiful one in time to get McGinnis as he's put away 6-3. Moving up to third is Doherty.
now batting for the Hawks, number 3.
They'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Connor Davies. As Matt Long will try to get out of this inning without allowing any damage and keep the game tied. Long comes set, pitching to the 9-hole hitter, and he swings at the first pitch and pops one up down the first base line. It's heading in foul territory. Acosta and Van Arsdale are over to give it a look, but it goes foul. It's 0-1. We need a foul ball counter that have gone down this first base line because there's been a lot of them so far in this game. Davies today is a 0 for 0. He walked in his first plate appearance to lead off the top of the second. We're in the top of the third here in the Saturday afternoon 4-4 game. Long comes set, and the 0-1 pitch is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. Off speed, it's 0-2. Doherty walked to start the inning. Cuthbertson grounded out to the third baseman. McGinnis grounded out to the shortstop. Over at third is Doherty, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Strikeout. Fourth strikeout victim of the day for Matt Long. We've played 3.5. We head to the bottom of the, or we played 2.5. We head to the bottom of the third. Firebirds and Hawks locked up at 4. Welcome back here. Sean Prue stays in to do, well, continues to do the pitching as we're about to begin the bottom of the third inning. 4-4 game between the Firebirds and St. Joe's. Due up for the Firebirds this inning at 6, 7, and 8. Nick Phillips, Carlos Rodriguez, and Joe Amati. Against Prue, who has been pretty good, coming in relief for the starter McGinnis. David Shapansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds down the first base line on this beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Number 20.
Nick Phillips today is 0 for 1 with a fly out to the center fielder in his first at bat. Prue, the right-hander, comes set, and his first pitch to the bottom of the third is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Prue's fastball has looked really good so far in this appearance. Prue comes set in his 0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. A little late there was Phillips, as remains 0-2. More of a protect swing there. Prue comes set. And his 0-2 pitch to Phillips is called strike 3. Phillips becomes the 5th strikeout victim of the day overall for St. Joe's pitching. It's also the 4th strikeout of the day for Sean Prue. I'll bring up Carlos Rodriguez. He walked in his first plate appearance in the first. Prue comes set, and the first pitch to Carlos is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. 4-4 game between the Firebirds and the Hawks. We're in the bottom of the third. The 0-1 pitch. A little bit low. It's a ball and a strike. Fastball missed. Prue, the right-handed junior, comes set, and his pitch is a fastball that's swung on and missed. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here on Senior Day, congrats to all the seniors once again. Beautiful festivities before the game, and Rodriguez, a senior, strikes out swinging, back-to-back strikeouts. It's the 5th strikeout of the day for Sean Prue, 6th overall for Hawks pitching. And that'll bring up Joe Amati, the left fielder who walked in his first plate appearance.
Now batting for the Firebirds, number 17, Joey Amati.
Little baby shark doo-doo-doo-doo. Giardo Parra's song for the Nationals. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1 to Joe Amati. Prue trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning. Firebirds at least going to try to stop that. The 0-1 pitch misses high and outside. It's ball and a strike. Prue comes set. And the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air, first base side. It goes foul towards the cars. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball and 2 strikes the count. Prue facing Amati, the 1-2. Is missed. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The call was missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Amati trying to keep the inning going for the Firebirds. Prue comes set. His 2-2 pitch is upstairs. It's now a full count. Good battle here by Amati to work the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Newsham Quinn is on deck for Holy Ghost. Firebirds and St. Joe Prep Hawks locked up in a 4-4 battle. Prue comes set, and his payoff pitch is a swing and a miss. Prue strikes out the side. It's the 6th strikeout of the day overall for Sean Prue. He's looked good. We've played 3 full innings. We head to the top of the 4th. It's a 4-4 game. Welcome back here in the top of the fourth as Matt Long will continue to do the pitching. He's so far through 3 pretty solid innings, giving up 4 runs. Did have a couple runs, though, charged via the error by Tyler McCord. And this 4th inning is brought to you by our chemistry teacher, Miss Cooper Smith. She is here today. Somewhere she is. Shout out to her. We've had a couple different teachers that we've spotlighted over the past couple of weeks. Mr. Helsley, Mr. Heston, and now Miss Cooper Smith. Miss Cooper Smith also did an interview with us for during the basketball season. Only one more regular season home game after this left for the Firebirds. I'll be on Wednesday afternoon. We'll have Ultimate Frisbee for you as well on Thursday afternoon.
For the Hawks, number 4, Kyle Donovan.
As Kyle Donovan will now step into the batter's box to face Matt Long. Donovan today is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Donovan, again, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Both of them have been looking against Matt Long. Long today has struck out 4 Hawks. I think we're waiting for the music to stop, and it does. Long comes set, and the first pitch to Donovan is a swung-on, chopped ball, hit on the ground over to short. McDermott in the hole. His throw is in time to get Donovan, and it's 6-3. The put out.
Now batting for the Hawks, number 2, Jimmy King.
Donovan hit it in a pretty good spot, but McDermott with an even better play. Bang, bang play to get Donovan. Here's Jimmy King, the shortstop. King today has reached base both times. A walk and a hit by pitch. Long comes set, and the first pitch is in there for a strike inside corner. It's 0-1. 4-4 game, a lot of scoring in the first 2 innings. After that, we've now settled down. Hawks with a record of 13-4. Firebirds going to try to snap their 4-game losing streak. They came into this game with a record of 9-7. Fouling it off was King at the plate. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. Prue had a quick inning setting down the Firebirds offense 1-2-3 with 3 strikeouts. We'll see if Matt Long can also have a 1-2-3 quick inning here in the top of the 4th. No balls and 2 strikes to count to Jimmy King, the 2-0 hitter, and the pitch is swung on and chopped on the ground over to third. It is a foul ball as McCord will throw it back in. King saying that one stung. St. Joe's Prep 9-2 on the road. They're 4-2 at home. Coached by Anthony Bellucci. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Firebirds do have bullpen action in the 0-2 pitch. Here's the ball. It's 1-2. Reese has been warming up down there for a very, very long time. He's warmed up in each of the first 4 innings so far. Maybe just keeping loose as he may come in whenever Matt Long's day is finished. The pitch to Long, or to King, I should say, by Long, just missed, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 1 out, we're here in the top of the 4th inning, 4-4 game. 4s all over the board. Long, the right-hander, comes set, and his pitch to the righty King is swung on and popped up. First base side. Over to make the catch is number 17. McGuigan was the first baseman, though they made a change, as a couple changes here actually, as Goldenbaum comes into the game at second base.
5, Danny Sullivan.
And also, it does appear that there is a new first baseman, as that is Joey Amati moves over to first base. So King flies out, or pops up to Amati, P3, and that'll bring up Sullivan. Sullivan is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a double. First pitch here to Sullivan by Long misses. It's 1-0. So again, Goldenbaum comes into the game at second. First baseman is Joe Amati. Long comes set in the 1-0, misses. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Wind beginning to pick up just a little bit. But a beautiful afternoon. Not too many, some clouds in the sky, but not too many. Sun shining, and the 2-0 pitch. Just missed. It's 3-0. Long wanted that pitch. He's asking, I think, where it was. Looked like a good one. 3 balls and no strikes to count. Long facing the 3-0 hitter Sullivan, and the 3-0 is in there for a strike. It's 3-1. St. Joe's in their last game was on the 14th of May, so yesterday it was a win against Cardinal O'Hara at home. Score was 4-3. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on and chopped on the ground over to first. Amati bobbles it, but then picks it up. He'll race to the bag and get Sullivan in time to end the inning. St. Joe's goes down 1-2-3 in their half of the fourth. We've played 3.5. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Hawks coming up. Welcome back here as we're about to begin the bottom of the fourth. Staying in the game to continue his, what has been pretty good pitching so far, is Sean Prue. He'll face 9-1-2 for the Firebirds. Newsham Quinn, McDermott, and Isaac Acosta. Here on the senior day. Once again, congratulations to all the seniors. One more regular season home game. It'll be on Wednesday at 4 o'clock. There's also a Mass by Father Dan coming up 4:30, Matt, it will be posted? 4:30. Mass right here on the YouTube channel. Also, check out all the videos from the other day. Wednesday, Holy Ghost Day, where we raised about $80,000 for the school. You can check out interviews, lunch with legends, with coaches, teachers, alumni, and so much more right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 630 subscribers, so don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already on this Saturday afternoon. Here's Newsham Quinn. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. And there is a pinch hitter as Reese Accord is into the game, and he'll take the first pitch off his kneecap. So Newsham Quinn is hit by, or Newsham Quinn's pinch hitter, Accord, is hit by a pitch, and the Firebirds have the leadoff runner on to start the bottom of the fourth. So with the leadoff runner on after hit by pitch, here's Jack McDermott. And Jack swings and hits one in the air to left field, camping under it, but it's over the head of the left fielder. Heading for third is Accord. The throw is not in time. The left fielder, Cuthbertson, thought he had it. It then went over his head. He made a decent throw to the cutoff man, but not in time to get Reese Accord. And the Firebirds are in business to lead off the fourth. McDermott, an extra base hit machine. He's best hitter on the team. And McDermott comes up big once again. Runners on second and third. Here's Isaac Acosta. He'll try to give the Firebirds the lead. Today, Isaac is 1 for 2 with a single in his last plate appearance. He also struck out in the first. Sean Prue has been very good, especially his fastball. Maybe some tiredness beginning to come in. His first pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. To Acosta, the right fielder. Prue is technically not given up an earned run yet. The 0-1 is bounced in the dirt. It's 1-1. St. Joe's came into this game with a team earned run average of 2.74 according to Max Preps. That's helped their 13-4 overall record. The pitch swung on and hit on the ground over to short. Up with it is King. His throw to first is in time to get Acosta, but Acosta gets the job done as he'll bring in the go-ahead run. It's now a 5-4 ball game. Throwing from third is Accord. Also moving up to third is McDermott. Firebirds will take that, score the putout 6-3. They'll bring up Tyler McCord. Today he's 1 for 2 with a strikeout in his last plate appearance. He also had a big double back in the first inning. Firebirds going to try to extend their lead here with good contact. McCord swings and misses at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Sean Prue, the junior, doing the pitching for St. Joe's. He's looked good, getting some trouble, though, here in the fourth. No balls and one strike. The count to Tyler McCord, the third baseman for the Firebirds. Prue comes set, and the pitch is swung on and popped up first base side. It rushes towards the gym roof, and it will hit off the gym roof. It's now 0-2. Firebirds 6-4 at home. They have a much better ball club, even with runs scored per game at home, than they are on the road. It's a common theme. The 0-2 pitch from Prue to McCord. Swung on and chopped down the third base line. McCord is running to first, but he's thrown out 5-3. McDermott did not run home on the play. Score the put out 5-3. Good throw there by Davies, and there's 2 outs. So Shane Turpin will now bat in McGuigan's spot. This is Turpin's first plate appearance of the game, the senior. And looks like they're discussing something. Looks like Coach Olinsky or a coach is attending to the helmet or something of Turpin. Firebirds would love to get this runner home from third to have a little bit more breathing room. It could be an insurance run later on in the game. Turpin, the right-hander, stands in against Sean Prue. 5-4 Firebirds lead. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Prue pitching from the stretch comes set, and the pitch is in the dirt. It's 1 ball and no strikes. On the senior day, beautiful sunny Saturday afternoon. And the pitch is in the dirt. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Gets behind Finzio, but not enough. 2 balls and no strikes. Also, I do want to say that the Firebirds did have a game scheduled yesterday, Friday, against Archbishop Carroll, and I talked about that game on our last live stream. That game was canceled. It will not be made up. It was a home game that was canceled. Archbishop Carroll, from what I heard, decided to play an interdivision game or an interleague game rather than playing a team from out of their league. And the pitch. Swing and a miss by Turpin. It's now a 3 ball and 1 strike count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. The runner at third is Jack McDermott. Firebirds lead St. Joe's 5-4. The pitch from Prue is outside, ball 4, walked him. So Shane Turpin, the senior, gets a walk as he pinch hit there for McGuigan. They'll bring up Zach Van Arsdale. As well, Zach is out of the game, so the pinch hitter, and also he did stay in to play second base, is Goldenbaum. So the sophomore has a chance to give the Firebirds a bigger lead as Goldenbaum with his first plate appearance of the afternoon. Turpin now runs towards second. They're in a rundown as McDermott here probably may run home. Now it's just the cat and mouse game.
That's it, Jimmy. That's it, Jimmy.
There will be an out. There will not be an out as heading back to first is Turpin. Smart decision there just to force Turpin back to the bag. But it was a good idea, mostly by Shane. They were trying to get Prue to balk. Goldenbaum, the hitter. Runners on the corners for the Firebirds, 2 outs, and the pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Goldenbaum has had a couple clutch hits already this season. We'll see if he can come up with another clutch one here to at least get McDermott home. Prue comes set in the 0-1 pitch. Misses. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at third is Jack McDermott, the senior. Runner at first is fellow senior Shane Turpin. The 1-1 pitch to Goldenbaum, the second baseman. Here it is, and it's outside. It's 2 balls and a strike. The on-deck hitter for the Firebirds is scheduled to be Nick Phillips. We'll see if they made a substitution or not. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Sean Prue, Firebirds do have bullpen action. Prue on the mound for the Hawks, and the pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the cage. St. Joe's in the away crimson, I guess you could call that, maroon jerseys. Firebirds in the home white pinstripes. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. 2 outs here in the 4th. Turpin runs from first. The pitch is high. Finzio does not throw the ball down the second. Smart decision there. Firebirds do have runners now on second and third. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count to Matthew Goldenbaum. This most likely will be Prue's last inning, I would assume. Prue did not start this game. McGinnis did. Prue comes set. The payoff pitch is upstairs. Ball 4, walked him. So Matthew Goldenbaum will reach via the walk. And the bases are now loaded.
Firebirds number 12, Aiden Robbins.
So Aiden Robbins, who is the normal starting center fielder, will come in and pinch hit for Nick Phillips, the senior. So he'll also have his first plate appearance. This will be the 7th batter to bat in the inning, so there's a quick mound visit, and we'll also take a quick break to give my voice a break. Here in the bottom of the 4th, Firebirds lead St. Joe's 5-4. Welcome back here. Bases are full, Firebirds. David Chmansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds. Firebirds are going to try to add on here. They lead 5-4. The batter is Aiden Robbins. Prue comes set from the windup, and the first pitch is swung on and hit hard, but fouled off the Firebirds dugout. Fence, I should say. It's no balls and 1 strike. Runner at third is McDermott with good speed. Runner at second is Turpin. Runner at first is Matthew Goldenbaum with the oven mitt. No balls and 1 strike to count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. 5-4 lead for the Firebirds. Prue steps off. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Prue had an excellent bottom of the 3rd. Has struggled with his command here in the 4th. The pitch, a swing and a miss. Looks like a changeup. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. Robbins going to have to battle back. Bases full, Firebirds. Prue on the mound for St. Joe's in the maroon. And the 0-2 pitch. Upstairs, just missed. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hawks, 13-4 coming into this game overall. They played well. Firebirds have a lead. Going to try to add on. And the 1-2 pitch is in the dirt, missed outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Robbins pinch hitting here for Nick Phillips. He'll take over in center field. Carlos Rodriguez, the scheduled catcher, is due up next. We'll see if Zach DeMario might be out there on deck. The 2-2 in the dirt, missed. It's now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Good battle here by Robbins. There is nowhere to put him. The bases are full. Firebirds, good speed pretty much all around. McDermott at third. The runner at second is Turpin, and the runner at first is Goldenbaum. Prue switches from the windup and goes to the stretch. The 3 ball, 2 strike pitch to Aiden Robbins. He did go. It's a swing and a miss. It probably would have been strike 3 anyway. So Robbins goes down swinging. It's the 7th strikeout of the day for Sean Prue. We've played 4. The Firebirds, though, do have a lead over St. Joe's. It's 5-4. Welcome back here on the Firebirds campus. David Chmansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds. New pitcher for Coach Olinsky's Firebirds is Reese Accord, the left-hander. Southpaw will face 4, 5, and 6 this inning for St. Joe's. It's Finzio, Pazzi, and Doherty. Really just a wonderful game so far. Close game, a lot of runs scored earlier on in the game. Now it's been both pitchers kind of bearing down. There's been a lot of runners on base, a lot of runners left on base for both sides. Bases loaded a few times, but it's still a very close game between these two prep schools. St. Joe's coming into the game with a record of 13-4. Firebirds coming into the game with a record of 9-7. They were 9-3 though before having to go on a road trip, play some difficult teams, and they've lost 4 in a row. Here's Finzio. Finzio today is 0 for 1. He reached on an error his last time out. 2 runs did score on that error. He was also hit by a pitch in his first at bat. So we get ready to begin the top of the 5th. The bees are loving me today, I'll tell you. I don't know if it's the same bee that's been chasing me around this entire broadcast or if it's multiple bees. I'm not quite sure. Accord goes to work here against the catcher for St. Joe's, and the first pitch is upstairs. It's 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Firebirds so far this season 6-4 at home. Gonna try to get their 7th win at home and their 10th win overall. The 1-1 pitch from Reese misses outside and high. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Firebirds lead St. Joe's 5-4. St. Joe's does have bullpen action, and the 2-1 pitch is upstairs. It's 3-1. I believe warming up in the pen is number 4, Kyle Donovan, who was the right fielder in this one. Donovan now warming up in the pen for St. Joe's, the junior. And the 3-1 pitch is swung on and hit on the ground over to first. Joe Amati, weird hop off the grass, but Amati plays it very well and is able to take it to the bag himself in order to get the catcher. Score the putout, 3 unassisted. I'll bring up Dante Pazzi. Pazzi, the second baseman today, is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Swinging. Accord, the southpaw comes set. And the first pitch is an off-speed pitch that's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. We're in the top of the 5th. The lefty Accord comes set in the 0-1. It's a beautiful hook. It's a strike. It's 0-2. Beautiful curveball there against Pazzi. Here on this senior day, honoring all the seniors. No balls and 2 strikes, the count. Reese Accord comes set, and his 0-2 pitch is upstairs and outside. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Accord pitching from the windup. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air down the left field line, crushed, but foul. Not quite sure who the left fielder is right now for the Firebirds because Amati moved over to first base in a defensive switch. So I'm not quite sure who's out there right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Reese Accord comes set, and the pitch. Swung on and hit on the ground up the middle. McDermott cannot field it. McDermott, an excellent fielder. It was not easy to get it by him, but Pazzi does. Pazzi has a 2nd single of the day. Bring up Kieran Doherty. Will face Reese Accord with a runner on first. Kieran today does not have an official plate appearance. He walked in, was hit by a pitch. Accord comes set, and the first pitch is upstairs. It's 1-0. Stepping off and throwing back to first is Accord. Safely is Pazzi. Again, stepping off and throwing back to first is Accord. Lead off at first for Pazzi. And the pitch from Accord. Misses. It's 2 balls and no strikes. 5-4 game. Firebirds lead the Hawks. Again stepping off is Accord. Accord comes set. And his 2-0 pitch misses inside and low. It's now 3-0. The left fielder Cuthbertson is on deck for St. Joe's. Three balls and no strikes to count. Accord comes set from the stretch, and the 3-0 pitch bounces in the dirt, ball 4. So back-to-back base runners have reached here against Reese. Accord moving up to second is Pazzi. Ryan Cuthbertson, the left fielder, now will bat for St. Joe's. Cuthbertson today is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch, and he also grounded out to the third baseman Accord in his last at-bat, which took place in the 3rd inning. Accord going to have to work out of some trouble. Firebirds lead this one so far 5-4. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel at 4:30. Father Dan's regular Saturday evening mass will be uploaded as Zach DeMario will come out and have a chat with Reese Accord. While that happens, we'll take a break here on the YouTube channel. 5-4, Holy Ghost Prep lead. Welcome back here. St. Joe's Prep decided to use a pinch runner. It's Andreas Dimitarou. Will now pinch run at first base. Cuthbertson, the batter. Accord doing the pitching for the Firebirds in the pinstripes. The runner at second is Pazzi. Accord comes set here in the top of the 5th. Firebirds lead 5-4. And the first pitch from Accord is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to count. Here on this senior day, beautiful Saturday afternoon, good crowd. No balls and 1 strike to count. Accord comes set. And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's no balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Finzio grounded out to the third baseman to start the inning. Pazzi singled and Doherty walked. Accord comes set, facing Cuthbertson. And the pitch. Both runners steal, and the ball is swung on and hit off the cage, foul. Pazzi had that base stolen. The balls and 2 strikes to count to the 7-hole hitter Cuthbertson. The southpaw Accord comes set. And his pitch to the left fielder for St. Joe's gets behind DeMario, and both runners will move up a base. So Pazzi heads up to third, and the pinch runner, which is Dimitarou, will move up to second. And it's now a 1-ball, 2-strike count, 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th, Firebirds clinging on to a 1-run lead as they lead at 5-4. Accord going to try to strike out Cuthbertson here with less than 1 out. Contact would most likely get that runner home from third. And the pitch from Accord. Swung on and hit on the ground. Back to the mound. Accord fields it well and throws over to Amati in time. That works. Most contact would have gotten it done, but not a comebacker to the pitcher. Score the putout 1-3, and there are now 2 outs here in the 5th. Joe McGinnis is now the hitter for St. Joe's. McGinnis today is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a line out. Accord going to try to work his way out of trouble. Here in the top of the 5th, Firebirds lead the visiting Hawks 5-4. As now Accord steps off the rubber. Don't forget to like and subscribe here to the stream. Only one other regular season home game after this for the Firebirds. It's on Wednesday. Accord, the southpaw comes set. And his first pitch is in there for a strike to McGinnis. It's 0-1. McGinnis started this game for St. Joe's. Stayed in the game as the DH. Accord comes set with runners on second and third in the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. McGinnis did not think the off-speed was coming there. No balls, 2 strikes to the count. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Runner on second is the pinch runner for Doherty. It's Dimitarou, and the runner at third is Pazzi, Dante Pazzi. The pitch. Oh, just missed. Off-speed pitch. Good spot. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Cord thought he had the strikeout there. Gonna look for another pitch to put away McGinnis. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here in the top of the 5th. The lefty comes set, and the pitch is inside. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Accord, the southpaw comes set, and his 2-2 pitch is swung on and hit up the middle into center field, a base hit. Coming around to score is Pazzi. Stopping at third is Doherty. Good throw there by Aiden Robbins to get it in and not allow the second run to score, but it's now a tie ball game.
Now batting for St. Joe's Prep, number 3, Connor Davies.
5-5. Here's Connor Davies, the third baseman. Davies today is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Have to limit the damage here. Cannot turn over the momentum to St. Joe's. You're in the top of the 5th. And that might do it for Reese Accord. I believe it will. We shall see. I haven't seen any signals so far given. So while they have a quick little mound visit, 5-5 game between the Firebirds and the Hawks. Runners on the corners. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Go back here. Reese Accord continues to do the pitching for Coach Olinsky's Firebirds. David Shapansky with you here down the first base line. Runners on the corners for St. Joe's. 5-5 game. We're in the top of the 5th. Connor Davies is the batter. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout and a pop-up. Or strikeout on a walk. It's popped up to McDermott in shallow center field. He will make the catch to put it away. The score of the putout, a P6. So we've played 4.5. It's a 5-5 game between the Firebirds and the Hawks. Stay tuned for more as we'll come back in the bottom of the 5th in just a moment. Welcome back here, 5-all as we get set here in the bottom of the fifth. Some defensive changes for St. Joe's. Going to the mound is what was the previous right fielder, number 4, Kyle Donovan. So the senior will do the pitching for St. Joe's. And the pitcher who started the game, Joe McGinnis, and just had an RBI single. He'll head out to right field for the Hawks. See if I could find the scouting report here on Donovan. Donovan this season, a 3.00 ERA. He's pitched in 2 appearances. He's pitched in an overall 2 1/3. He's given up 2 hits, 3 runs. Only 1 was earned. He has walked 3 batters, and he did strike out 4. Wind really picks up now. And has been a little bit on and off all day. Zach DeMario will be the hitter for the Firebirds, as he did stay in the game an inning or 2 ago for Rodriguez. DeMario's first plate appearance here of the afternoon. 5-5 game as DeMario will go to work and try to get the go-ahead run here against Donovan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. The live chat is also active. If you have any questions and comments, either Matt, my producer, or I will read it. And the first pitch to Zach DeMario is in the dirt. It's 1-0. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Firebirds in this one. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Donovan comes set, and the 1-0 is outside, 2-0. Firebirds trying to get their 10th win on the season, coming to this game with a record of 9-7, trying to snap their 4-game losing streak against a pretty good St. Joe's Prep Hawk team. And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's 2-1. Good pitch there by Donovan. Firebirds had a 5-4 lead for about an inning. St. Joe's tied it up there in the top of the 5th. We're in the bottom of the 5th now, and the 2-1 is upstairs. It's 3 balls and a strike to Zach DeMario. Zach celebrated his 17th birthday the other day. Donovan's 3-1 pitch was inside, ball 4, walked him. So Zach DeMario will lead off the inning here with a walk. Good start for Coach Lewinsky's Firebirds. And we'll see if Joe Amati will bat here. I'm pretty sure he will. And it will be Joe Amati who will continue to hit. So far today, Amati is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Mario with pretty good speed over there at first. The pitcher is Kyle Donovan, the junior, who was in right field, now takes over on the mound. Donovan checks back up on DeMario, late. Mahdi, the left fielder, now the first baseman for the Firebirds. And this one as he was moved over a few innings ago. Good crowd once again for the Saturday game. And the first pitch is outside. It's 1-0 to Joe Amati. On deck is Reese Accord, the usual cleanup hitter for the Firebirds. He did not start today, probably because of the Senior Day festivities. DeMario goes from first. Finzio never really was able to get a good grip on the ball, so being down there safely at second is DeMario. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Joe Amati up to bat for Holy Ghost. Donovan comes set, pitching from the stretch. Firebirds do have bullpen action and showing bunt, but then pulling it back is Amati. He takes it a ball. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Phillies tonight in their second game of their 3-game series in Dunedin against the Blue Jays. Won last night 5-1. It's pretty interesting how they developed that ballpark down there, which is the Blue Jays minor league facility, into, well, a Major League ready stadium. At least for a month or so, they installed some pretty unique lighting with some pretty big extension cords down there. I believe the Blue Jays are moving back to Buffalo, where they played their full 2020 season. Again, they're not allowed to go to Canada simply because of the COVID restrictions that Canada has in place. Donovan comes set, and the pitch is low, ball 4. So Amati walks. And it's back-to-back walks to start the inning for the Firebirds. Here's Reese Accord. Again, the normal cleanup hitter is now batting 9th again as he came in for Newsham Quinn. Accord was hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance. St. Joe's is going to take a mound visit, and we will give my voice a mound visit when we come back. Still in the bottom of the fifth, 5 all. Stay tuned for much more action here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Welcome back here after the mound visit to Kyle Donovan, the pitcher. Good game here between two prep schools. 5-5 game locked up in a duel here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Firebirds had the first two runners on. Runners on first and second. DeMario walked and Amati walked. As Accord is now due up. Nobody out here in the fifth. Donovan comes set, the right-hander, and he steps off before delivering a pitch to Accord. Accord did pitch the top of the fifth, gave up one run. That allowed St. Joe's to tie the game. Accord does have a good amount of power. He had a 3-run home run before he swings and hits one in the air. Deep to right field. Going back is McGinnis. Now the center fielder runs over, shades over, and makes the catch. DeMario will tag up to third, and the Firebirds will now have runners on the corners with one out. So good job by Reese to move the runner over. Hit that ball hard, just right to the center fielder. Center fielder, of course, is Sullivan. So here's Jack McDermott with runners on the corners in a 5-5 game. McDermott today has reached base all 3 times. He has 2 walks and a double. Jack, again, best hitter on the team. He's already committed to Amherst. Not to take away from any hitters on the team. Tyler's had a fantastic season, but in terms of batting average, Jack has been really the most clutch hitter as well for the Firebirds all season. Donovan comes set, but then steps off the rubber. One out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Here on this senior day, Firebirds and St. Joe's locked up in a 5-5 battle. 5 all. Donovan comes set, and his first pitch to the senior is swung on and popped up. First base side, and it goes foul. It's 0-1. Some dark clouds starting to move over from right field over I-95. Not quite sure if some rain is in the area. Sunny right now over the field, though, for the most part, the JV field. About to be covered in clouds. That ball swung on and on the ground over to second. This could be 2. They get 1 at first. Jack running first is not in time, and they do get 1 at second base, but the Firebirds take the lead as DeMario is in to score. It's now a 6-5 game. Score put out 4-6, but they do not get the 4-6-3 double play, so Jack will take it, RBI. DeMario is in to score. Being thrown out at second is Amati. 6-5 Firebirds lead. Here's Isaac Acosta. Acosta today is 1 for 3 with a single, a ground out to the shortstop, and a strikeout. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Firebirds lead 6-5. It's been a roller coaster ride, back and forth. Donovan comes set, and the first pitch to Acosta bounces in front of Finzio. It's 1-0. Throw back to first. Papers are beginning to blow around here. Again, coming into this game with a 3.00 ERA was Donovan. He comes set. McDermott runs for second. That ball swung on and hit in the air. Crushed down the right field line, but it goes well foul towards the batting cages. If that was fair, it was gone. But it went foul. The right fielder, McGinnis, was over to give it a look. It was well foul. Costa behind in the count. No balls and a strike to Donovan. Clouds really beginning to swarm the field, and stepping off is Donovan. The throw back is not in time to get McDermott. I didn't see a signal there, but that was closer than what I think, closer than what it had been thought by the umpire. And the pitch. McDermott again steals for second. Little poke down the right field line. It's going to get over the head of the second baseman. Pazzi heading for third is McDermott. The throw is high, and Isaac Acosta has a second of the day as he bloops one just over the second baseman, Pazzi, and the Firebirds are still in business here in the fifth as Tyler McCord, another very good hitter on this team, is up to bat. McDermott again did move up to third, so there's runners on the corners with 2 outs. It's a 6-5 lead for Holy Ghost. Firebirds trying to get their 10th win on the season. St. Joe's came into this game 13-4, 9-2 on the road. Donovan comes set facing McCord, and his first pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. McCord today is 1 for 3 with a strikeout, a ground out, and a double. What has allowed both teams to stay in this game has been forcing the other team to leave runners on base. This could be a crucial point in the game, though. Donovan comes set, and the 0-1 pitch to Tyler swung on and hit in the air out to center field. Going back and making the catch is the center fielder Sullivan, as he'll put it away. So the Firebirds do get one, but they do not add on. It's a 6-5 lead for the Firebirds as we head to the top of the 6th inning. We'll be right back here on the YouTube channel. Welcome back here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. David Chpansky, the voice of the Firebirds, with you here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream as we get set to begin the top of the 6th inning. It'll be the top of the lineup, 1, 2, and 3 due up for the Hawks. It's Donovan, King, and Sullivan here in the top of the 6th. What started out as a sunny day is now becoming cloudy, still in the mid-70s though, as Reese Accord will continue to pitch here in the 6th. Accord, the southpaw, comes set, and his first pitch to Donovan misses. It's 1-0. Donovan today is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, both of them looking and a ground out. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Accord comes set, and his 1-0 pitch. In there, well, not in there. It's misses. It's 2-0. Looks like a good pitch to me. Just missed. The 2-0 pitch. There's a strike. It's 2-1. The sun peeks out again. It's tricking us here. Doesn't know if it wants to cloud up or become sunny. The pitch. Swing and a miss by Donovan. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count even. Reese comes set from the windup in the 2-2. Just missed. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count. Good battle here by Donovan. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here on the Saturday afternoon. The full count payoff pitch. Swung on but fouled back behind the plate and behind the head of Zach DeMario. On the senior day, the seniors' photos and kind of like a giant baseball card hung up on the first base side. Ball 4 over the head of Donovan, and over the leadoff walk to start the 6th. I'd imagine the Firebirds will get some bullpen action warmed up here soon, as Jimmy King, the shortstop, is now due up. King today has reached base twice with a walk and a hit by pitch. He also popped up to the first baseman Amati in his last at bat in the 4th. Donovan, the pitcher, leads off first. Accord comes set, and bunting is king, but it goes foul as DeMario will allow that to happen. It's 0-1. There's some rain and thunderstorms in the area, according to radar. Hopefully they stay away just to let us complete this 7-inning game. No balls and 1 strike to count. Reese Accord going to work against Jimmy King. Accord comes set. And the 0-1 pitch. Upstairs, it's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Donovan leads off first. King up to the dish and steps off and throws back to first. Donovan is back in time. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Toward the lefty, comes set and throws back. The throw is high. Reese did not pull a Nick Hendon and did not hit me in the thigh there, at least. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Firebirds lead St. Joe's 6-5. The batter is Jimmy King. And the pitch. Misses, it's 2-1. It's the pitch did not count. It was a balk. As moving up the second is Donovan. I mean, Reese did not stop there completely as you would normally expect, but the other ones that were more of not a stop were not called until one of the St. Joe spectators did point it out. The pitch swung on and hit down the first base line. Amati can't field it. It will go into right field. Coming around to score is Donovan. Stopping at first is King, and we're tied up again at 6 apiece. I mean, not what you wanted to happen there. Accord, gives up the balk, allows the runner to be in scoring position. If that ball just get past Amati, yeah, it's runners on the corners, but you still have a lead, and now you turn it over to the middle of this order, and St. Joe's has a real chance here to take the lead. Firebirds still do not have any bullpen action, which is a little surprising to me. There is a pinch runner. It's number 22, Ethan Gibson. Sullivan, the center fielder, is up to bat. He's 1 for 3 with a strikeout, a ground out, and a double. Six game. Sullivan batting from the right side. Accord comes set, and his pitch is swung on and popped up. Right field. Isaac Acosta now moves in and makes the catch. Going back to first is King. Quick out there as Sullivan goes down. He's retired, F9. So 1 out here in the 6th, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Jude Finizo. Okay, so St. Joe's will use a pinch hitter. As Max Coyne, the senior, will come in to bat. I'd imagine maybe he would take place as being the catcher. We'll see. 1 out here in the 6th. 6-6 game. Accord, the lefty, comes set, and the pitch. It's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We appreciate all you guys watching us today. The 0-1 count. Accord comes set in his 0-1 pitch. Just missed, apparently. It's 1 ball and a strike. Count even to Max Coyne. The runner on first for St. Joe's here in the top of the 6th inning. St. Joe's does have bullpen action. The 1-1 is a swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Jimmy King, who came around to score there. No, King did have the single. He was pinch run for. He's now warming up in the bullpen is Jimmy King. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. The southpaw Accord comes set. And the 1-2. Just missed low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dante Pazzi is on deck for St. Joe's. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Accord steps off. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. Accord comes set. And the 2-2 pitch. Just missed. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls and 2 strikes to count. Coyne the batter, the pinch hitter. The full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Accord gets his first strikeout of the day as Coin goes down swinging, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Bring up Dante Pazzi, the second baseman. Pazzi today is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a strikeout. He also has an RBI to his name. He has 2 RBIs to his name, I bet. Pazzi came in this game hitting .292. I'd imagine that's closer to .300 now with the 2 hits. He's logged in today. Accord comes set, trying to work out of trouble here in the 6th. In this tie game, 6-all, and the first pitch to Pazzi is swung on and fouled off the metal cage. It's 0-1. Clouds really beginning to pour in from right field now. No balls and 1 strike the count. Firebirds come in this game 9-7, trying to snap their 4-game losing streak. Getting their double-digit win today. The pitch. Stealing from second is the pinch runner, and it's not in time, as backing the throw-up is McDermott's. As Gibson steals second base. It's no balls and 2 strikes, though, the count to Pazzi. I would imagine this is Reese's... Well, they want to get him through this inning, of course. I can't imagine him coming out for the 7th. We'll see, though, just because the pitch count is decently high. And he was also warming up every single inning, so he logged in a good amount of pitches in the bullpen as well. No balls and 2 strikes the count to Dante Pazzi with a runner in scoring position at second base for St. Joe's. Pazzi comes set and fouls it off. It remains no balls and 2 strikes. No balls and 2 strikes the count. Reese Accord comes set the southpaw, and his pitch to the right-handed batter just missed. It's 1-2. I think the bench for the Firebirds wanted that one. That pitch has been called, especially on our hitters. Not called there. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. The runner at second base is Gibson. 6-6 game here in the 6th. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. 2 outs. Reese Accord comes set, trying to work out of danger. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to center field. It will drop in front of Robbins, and he can't get it. Goes behind Robbins. Acosta's throw to second is not in time, as it's an RBI single for Pazzi, and he reaches second on the error by Aiden Robbins. I know that Aiden was trying to make a good throw to home, but I didn't think there was really a strong chance to get the runner there. Would have been smarter just to keep the ball in front of you and stop that runner from going to scoring position. That will do it for Reese Accord, who will be taken out of this one. Firebirds now trail 7-6. It's the first time they've trailed since the 3rd. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Welcome back here in the top of the sixth. David Chmansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds. St. Joe's has taken the lead as they now lead at 7-6. There's a runner on second base. New pitcher for the Firebirds is Shane Turpin. The senior will take over to face the pinch hitter, I believe, here for St. Joe's. Not quite sure. I know they did take out Kieran Doherty.
Now batting for St. Joe's Prep, number 7, Kieran Doherty.
Okay, so Kieran does stay in here to bat. And he'll face Shane Turpin, the right-hander, who's in for Holy Ghost. Runner at second is Pazzi. Turpin going to try to get out of this inning without allowing any more runs to score. Got to stop the damage. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses inside. It's 1-0. Turpin pitching from the stretch, comes set, and the 1-0. Outside, it's 2-0, fastball missed. So 2 balls and no strikes to count. Shane Turpin on the mound for Holy Ghost. 7-6 lead for the visiting Hawks. And the pitch is in the dirt, ball 3. It's now 3-0, so 3 straight pitches out of the bullpen, and really technically out of left field. All 3 have missed. Rio. And the pitch. It's in there for a called strike, and now it's 3-1. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream at 4:30. Father Dan's Mass will be on, weekend Mass. Followed by on Wednesday, we'll have baseball, the last regular season home game, and Thursday, we will have Ultimate Frisbee. McDermott is up with it. He did stay onto the bag. And it's in time to get Doherty at first base. Score the putout 6-3. That will do it. Doherty not happy with himself. As we head to the bottom of the sixth, Firebirds trail St. Joe's 7-6. Welcome back here as head to the bottom of the sixth. St. Joe's Prep leads 7-6. On the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel, David Chmansky with you here. It will be the meat of the order, 4, 5, and 6. Due up for the Firebirds, Turpin, Goldenbaum, and Robbins are the scheduled hitters. Against Jimmy King, the senior for St. Joe's. It's been a roller coaster game. We'll see if the Firebirds can get the equalizer. Hawks come into this game with a record of 13-4. Firebirds 9-7. Packed house here on this Saturday afternoon. Shane Turpin, who did get the last out of the sixth, will now bat here. Turpin did have 1 plate appearance today. He walked. So here's Jimmy King facing Shane Turpin. King comes set from the windup, and the pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Turpin again walked in his first plate appearance. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 7-6 lead for the Hawks. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Jimmy King so far this season has pitched in 2 plate appearances, or 2 appearances, I should say, and the pitch is swung on and hit on the ground through the hole on the left side as it got past Davies, and Turpin is aboard with a single. King so far this season in 2 innings, he's given up 2 hits and 1 strikeout. Now 3 hits as Shane Turpin gets the Firebirds going here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Matthew Goldenbaum due up here for Holy Ghost. Good piece of hitting there by the senior Turpin. So pinch runner will come in here. As number 23, that is Will Kalak, will take over as the pinch runner at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Runner on first. And the first pitch misses. It's 1-0. Goldenbaum has 1 plate appearance today. He walked back in the 4th. 7-6 lead for St. Joe's. Kalak leads off first. And the pitch to Goldenbaum. He bunts it. It's in front of the plate. King is out to get it. Goldenbaum sprints down to first. He is thrown out, but it does do the job as it gets Shane Turpin over to second base. Score the putout 1-3. 1 out here in the 6th. Here's Aiden Robbins, the center fielder for the Firebirds. Robbins has 1 plate appearance. It was a strikeout. That came against the previous pitcher in the game, who was Prue. Robbins, the righty, up the bat here against the righty King. And the first pitch to the at-bats is low. It's 1-0. Good battle between 2 prep schools here. It's been a fun game so far. St. Joe's right now on the leading end, 7-6. Firebirds with a runner in scoring position and less than 2 outs. The first pitch, or the second pitch, is upstairs, gets behind Finzio, but well, yes, it does do the job. Is advancing up to third is Turpin. So now there's a runner on third. It's a 2-0 count. And good contact by Aiden Robbins can tie this game up at 7 apiece. And now we'll have a mound visit, as I'm going to also give my voice a break. We'll be right back here on the HolyGhostPrep YouTube channel. 7-6 lead for St. Joe's and a runner on third with 1 out. Welcome back here after the mound visit by St. Joe's. Runner on third is Shane Turpin. We're in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out. It's a 2-0 count to Aiden Robbins, a center fielder for the Firebirds. There is bullpen action for Holy Ghost 2. Firebirds trail 7-6. And that ball swung on and hit in the air out to left field. And that ball is out of here. Aiden Robbins delivers and gives the Firebirds the lead. That ball was crushed. You could hear Jimmy King go, uh-oh, and that ball is way out of here. Aiden Robbins gives the Firebirds an 8-7 lead as he connects and takes Jimmy King yard. Turpin scores from third. That'll bring up Zach DeMario. I thought that ball just had a chance to go to the wall. That ball was out into the woods. So the bases are empty, but for good reason, as Robbins goes yard. Zach DeMario has 1 at bat today. He walked. And the first pitch that Zach sees is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. So now the Firebirds will get a closer warmed up. It's Matthew Goldenbaum who starts throwing in the pen. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Jimmy King out there on the mound for St. Joe's. St. Joe's also, I believe, they did a bullpen action, but not anymore. The next pitch to Zach is in the dirt. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. It's been a back-and-forth game. Firebirds right now lead St. Joe's 8-7. And the next pitch is in there for a strike, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Here on this senior day. Firebirds trying to get their 10th win of the year and snap their 4-game losing streak. The pitch just misses. It's a full count, 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes, the count. And the full count pitch. Swing and a miss. DeMario goes down swinging. First strikeout victim of Jimmy King's appearance.
Now batting for the
Bring up Joe Amati.
17, Joey Amati.
2 outs here in the 6th. Again, Golden Bomb loosens up in the Firebirds bullpen. He should have the 7th. Firebirds will love an insurance run here after that big 2-run home run by Aiden Robbins. It's in there for a strike. It's 0-1 to Amati. Amati today has 3 plate appearances. He's walked twice and he also struck out. King's next pitch is swung on and chopped to the shortstop. Up with it is not King. I believe that is Donovan, who makes the throw in time. So Amati goes down 6-3, but the Firebirds have an 8-7 lead as Matthew Goldenbaum will try to slam the door. Welcome back here as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Firebirds lead 8-7. We will have a post-game show after this, and as long as Coach Olinsky didn't forget, there should be a player of the game. I think that Aiden Robbins may have that right now after his big 2-run shot back in the bottom of the 6th. Again, that is if this score holds. We'll have the post-game interview, but there will be a quick recap regardless of the final score. Matthew Goldenbaum is in to hopefully close things out for the Firebirds. He'll face 7, 8, and 9 for St. Joe's.
Now batting for St. Joe's Prep, number
Due up, the first batter
Cuthbertson.
will be Cuthbertson for St. Joe's. Cuthbertson today has 3 at-bats. He walked once, and the other 2 plate appearances were groundouts. As we begin the top of the 7th, it's been a back-and-forth game. St. Joe's came into this game with a record of 13-4, 9-2 on the road. Firebirds going to try to snap their 4-game losing streak. We'll have a quick meeting on the mound as we get set for the top of the 7th. Again, the bottom of the lineup due up for St. Joe's. It's 7, 8, and 9. Cuthbertson, McGinnis is a scheduled hitter, and Davies. St. Joe's does have bullpen action if this game does get to the bottom of the 7th. Golden Bomb comes set, and his first pitch to Cuthbertson in the top of the 7th is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. We love first pitch strikes. They will go a long way. No balls and 1 strike the count. Golden Bomb comes set, and the next pitch is a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. To Cuthbertson, the left fielder for St. Joe's, hitless today. Golden Bomb comes set, works quick, and the 0-2 pitch. Inside, fastball missed. It's 1-2. 8-7 lead for the Firebirds. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Matt Golden Bomb trying to slam the door. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Big home run by Aiden Robbins in the bottom of the 6th to give the Firebirds a lead. Strike 3 called. Looked right down the middle as Cuthbertson takes a look at it, and there's one away here in the top of the 7th. Here's Joe McGinnis. It'll be a great way to end senior day with a victory today for the Firebirds. McGinnis today was a starter. Today for St. Joe's, he went 2/3 of an inning. McGinnis today is 1 for 3 with a single. First pitch from Golden Bomb. Misses, it's 1-0. McGinnis also has a line out and a ground out. Good crowd on tap. It's now become a windy and somewhat cloudy afternoon. Still in the lower 70s. And the pitch. It's a ball, it's 2-0 in the dirt. Again, stay tuned for the post-game recap, post-game show after this one. We should have a post-game interview if the score does hold. Golden Bomb comes set, and the 2-0. Swung on and fouled back to the cage. It's now 2-1. On deck for St. Joe's is the third baseman Connor Davies. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. With 1 out. Looks like Golden Bomb asked for a new ball there. Golden Bomb with the bright blue glove comes set. And the 2-1 pitch is in the dirt. It's now 3-1. Golden Bomb struck out the first batter of the inning, Cuthbertson. Firebirds cling on to a 1-run lead over St. Joe's Prep. Good battle between 2 prep schools, 2 bird mascots. Ball swung on and hit in the right field, a base hit. Cuthbertson will reach with 1 out. It's his second hit of the day for McGinnis. I'll bring up Connor Davies with 1 out here in the 7th. Davies today is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a pop-up, and he did walk in his first plate appearance of the afternoon back in the 2nd inning. One out here in the 7th. Golden Bomb comes set, and his first pitch misses. It's 1-0.
At the plate for St. Joe's Prep, number 3, Connor Davies.
1 ball and no strikes to count. Let's see a nice 4-6-3 double play here. The 1-0 pitch misses. It's 2-0. Golden Bomb now having some control issues. Trying to find the zone. Fell behind McGinnis, who singled, and now facing Davies. 2 balls and no strikes to count. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled near a car. It's 2-1. Wind really picking up. The clouds taking over. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Our tent is blowing around here. And the 2-1 pitch misses. It's 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike to count. Golden Bomb comes set. Running from first is McGinnis. It's ball 4. Davies walks, and that will turn it over to the top of the lineup for Donovan. And now there's a mound visit. So as there's a mound visit, we'll take a mound visit. Golden Bomb got a first quick out, but now struggling with command. It's an 8-7 lead for the Firebirds here in the 7th. We'll be right back on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Mound visit over. As Golden Bomb looking to shut the door here in the 7th. St. Joe's has runners on first and second after the quick strikeout of Cuthbertson. McGinnis singled, Davies walked. Now it's Kyle Donovan, who is 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, a ground out, or sorry, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, a ground out, and a walk. First pitch to the leadoff hitter, Donovan, is in there for a called strike. Very good pitch by Golden Bomb on the corner. It's 0-1. 1 out here in the 7th. Hopefully that mound visit up the control there of Golden Bomb. The ball's in 1 strike to count. St. Joe's does have bullpen action if we do get to the bottom of the 7th. The 0-1 is in there for a strike. It's 0-2. The ball's in 2 strikes to count. Firebirds trying to snap their 4-game losing streak against the 13-4 Hawks. Golden Bomb ahead in the count, 0-2 to leadoff hitter Donovan. The shortstop, the 0-2. Missed, it's 1-2. Close one there. Runner at second is McGinnis. The runner at first is Davies. 8-7 lead for the Firebirds. Matt Golden Bomb in to try to close the game out, try to shut the door. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and hit towards the parking lot again. Foul. Maine's 1-2. We have dropped probably about 5 or 10 degrees since first pitch, as it's now windy and becoming somewhat cold here on the Saturday afternoon. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count on senior day. Golden Bomb steps off. David Shapansky with you, the voice of the Firebirds. Holy Ghost trying to close out. A nice victory today against St. Joe's. They lead 8-7. St. Joe's threatening. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Donovan protecting. It remains 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes the count. This feels like a Phillies Hector Neris game right here. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Just the nerves are racing for both sides. And the pitch. Swung on and popped up. Third base side, McCord is over to give it a look, but it goes behind the balloons and the Firebirds dugout. It remains 1-2. Kyle Donovan just staying alive here against Golden Bomb. Runners on first and second for St. Joe's. See if they put them in motion here. With 1 out. Here in the 7th. Firebirds lead 8-7 after a big 2-run home run to left field by Aiden Robbins in the bottom of the 6th. And the 1-2. Hit him. And now the bases are loaded for St. Joe's.
Now batting for St. Joe's Prep number 2, Jimmy King.
So now King is due up. And looks like Donovan gonna walk that off. He was hit. The bases are full Hawks. Matthew Goldenbaum trying to shut the door for the Firebirds. The batter is Jimmy King. King today is 1 for 2 with a single, a fly out, a walk, and a hit by pitch. And the first pitch from Goldenbaum is upstairs. It's 1-0. Goldenbaum made quick work of the left fielder Cuthbertson, but then has had trouble with command, has given up a few hits. Well, 1 hit. That was to McGinnis. And the 1-0. Upstairs, it's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to count. The Firebirds use a double play right here. At least try to cut that runner down at the plate. 8-7 lead for the Firebirds. 2-0 the count. Goldenbaum, the sophomore, comes set, and the pitch is way upstairs. It's 3-0. There's nowhere to put him. Three balls and no strikes, the count. 3 balls and no strikes to count. Golden Bomb comes set. And the pitch. It's in there for a strike. It's 3-1. Center fielder Sullivan is on deck. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Golden Bomb with the infield in comes set, and his 3-1 pitch is swung on and hit in the air towards the gym roof. It makes it foul, but Golden Bomb battles back. It's now a full count. Good at bat here by Jimmy King. Golden Bomb battling back. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count with 1 out here in the 7th. There's nowhere to put him. Holy Ghost clinging on to a short advantage, and the pitch. Swung on and hit on the ground, over to short. This could be 2. McDermott steps on second for 1, and the throw is in time. And the Firebirds turn the double play. 4-6-3, and that will do it. That's what the doctor ordered. Beautiful play by Jack McDermott. It was hit pretty hard by King, but St. Joe's suffers their 5th loss of the season as they fall to 13-5. The Firebirds snap their 4-game losing streak, and we'll be right back. Welcome here to the Firebirds postgame show. Holy Ghost defeats St. Joe's by a final score of 8-7. We'll have a postgame interview coming up for you in a second, but we'll be right back, so stay tuned. Welcome back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Post-game show, the Firebirds defeat St. Joe's Prep by a final score of 8-7. Big two-run home run in the bottom of the 6th by Aiden Robbins propelled them to the lead, and Matthew Goldenbaum slammed the door. Still waiting on who the player of the game is going to be. It might be Aiden Robbins. It might not be, so stay tuned. That's what we're waiting for here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Interview will be coming up. It will be the audio of the interview. There won't be video, but there will be audio. We'll be right back. All right, everybody. We're here on the YouTube channel. We were scheduled to have a post-game interview, but they have been caught up in pictures, so we will not have a post-game interview for you today. But I just want to thank everybody for watching. The last regular season home game of the year is scheduled to be on Wednesday. We hope to see you then. Game begins at 4 o'clock. Well, that's first pitch, and we'll have the coverage for you at around 3:50, 3:55. David Shapansky with you here. I appreciate everyone watching today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Firebirds defeat St. Joe's Prep by a final score of 8-7. Have a great night, everybody. And for one last time, David Shapansky signing off. Go Firebirds.